Okay, so we get a high birth rate and export focus. If we can't do anything with this, then I don't know what we're doing wrong, right? So the nice thing about export focus is that much like last time, export focus can be quite easily used to get a lot more points. All you need to do is export 4 things. And then high birth rate makes people plants make more things. So the ideal thing to get would be something to get more connections. Which teleporters count. Flexible fabrication, brain machine interfaces. We got geology and experimental tech as our things. Those are not the hottest ones, right? I would have preferred the previous setup. But maybe we'll be able to get more science than last time with this. Like I would hope so, because 12 science with the Vittori is kind of sad. Again, you know, you want those science techs, right? That's where it's really at. We didn't get any of them. Right, so let's have a look. We also got quantum sensors this time. One for which I much prefer over the silly little structures. Because they, you know, they're more reliable. Okay, there's freeze resistant bots as well. So I don't know if it's brain machine or not. It might not be too great to take it because flexible fabrication with nanofabrications there. Economic zones are here. There's not quite a lot more stuff to be had here. No things to make legendaries though, but you know, prosperous is fine too. Okay, so I would like this time to actually be able to get to those things that make me money, right? The unlocks. Like that's also the thing previous time, right? I should have done the Euphorian one instead of the Vittori or the Dender or whatever. At the very start, the mission order was wrong. We ended up getting the 2-way trades anyway. I'd imagine if then the second mission ends up not being 2-way trades, but it ends up being, let's say, you know, just 7 resources that you can do more. What's up with this start though? Like, what am I supposed to do with all this? There are no trades here. I guess we try again. All right, there's something here. I see this one. Guess that's how we start again, right? There's freeze resistant bots too, which could go here. I'm not too scared of not having food this time because we actually have a bot available here. Okay, what do you have here? Ah yes, the Bakar here. They want us to make ore. They always do. Silver wants robots, and you want 2-way trades. Okay. Let's have a look what we want to do first. I mean, I guess we go for the ore. And the 2-way trades. Because, you know, we can get one of each. I don't know about this food though. Maybe I'll look into that first. And this isn't ideal, but it'll work. Okay, well, we have a solution. We don't have to take it right now. I think we'll start with a 2-way trade actually. Starting in 2 different locations at the same time, right? Actually, this is kind of neat. This enables me to take quantum sensors immediately, which is a huge time saver. Right. Suddenly we can get lots of information. I might want to hold off on it a bit though until we get missions complete, because we might get an exploration mission. Wouldn't that be ideal? Task complete. And task complete. That looks a lot better. Yeah, look at that. Discover some plants. And let's also make some import hubs, I think. Instead of making robots. Although making robots is kind of easy. We'll make robots first. So the idea would be to get some food for these plants so that we don't, you know... Yeah. And then make some robots over here. And then I guess we do this. Exploit you. Send in the robot. 2 places. I don't know about that 8th planet. I think we don't take that planet at all. This ends up making much more money than using goods. Even though the planet becomes successful, it's not really valuable enough. Unfortunately, this is still an ice ball, right? We're able to make ore like most of them then. Like one of the things we could do, if we have geology, right, is make a good ore lab. It's usually what I want to do with geology. But at this point, I think we're ready to start thinking about a lab. If we can get to 15 or so, we would make one. For now, though, let's go ahead and get some exploration done. I don't see why not. Not much over there. This is going quite quickly. It's 12. One more, actually, and we'll be there, probably. It's not certain, but quite likely. Okay. Yeah, just efficiently doing these missions, right? It feels much better this run. Okay. So what do we do next? Good question. And there might be an argument to be made actually make the goods over here instead. And we could make some robots over here. Why more robots, you might ask? Well, I mean, we could make a robot lab. Although getting the ore in there is going to be kind of annoying. Yeah, this might be a real good argument to be made for a robot lab, actually. Huh. We have flexible fabrication as well, right? So this isn't insane. The flexible fabrication will now allow me to do this sort of thing. And you know, the mission is to make robots, so why don't we do a robot lab actually first? Kind of weird, but it will work. Also, these asteroids will work very well with it. We can find some chips for this, and that would be even better. Because I wouldn't have to make chips here then. Forge rolls are successful. Let's establish some import hubs. I don't know about 10 ore. That's quite a bit of ore. 10 is a big number. Let me get some forge rolls successful first. Yeah, this is expensive stuff though to build, right? That's the main problem with it. I don't really know how to deal with that. I think I found this first. That's great. I want those raw resources. We are barely out of range, but it's still good. We could take wave augmentation, right? That would work. Yeah, we might forgo freeze resistant bots. I would like brain machine interfaces too, though. Look at all those robots. We got them robots. That's a good amount of robots. More robots now, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and use what we have here. I think actually for goods here would be good too. First though, time to lab things up. Also, we have these extra slip relays. Gotta not forget about those. Haven't really needed to use them yet. It's nice and compact over here. But we could use them to get maybe more value out of the lab. Or we could maybe use them actually for a better idea, which would be to use to get this ore, this chip, this ore over here, and use it for this world. Right, to make more robots. Let's go ahead and start building our laboratory though. That's a good start. You want import hubs, right? We gotta like do the Euphorian thing too, so we get some money. Because in fact, otherwise, you know, we'd be running into the same problem as previous game, where you just don't have any money, and that's not a very smart move. But you know, the 7 science is kind of nice. It's gonna get some plans to successful, and then we get even more science. Just gonna be a case of how do we do that. Like one thing to do would be to, I think actually to put in the ore and then move that there is a good idea. Well, there was a way to do it so that we can get a chip from there as well. As well as like that. Can we put it up there? I would imagine it's out of range. I mean, we can do it with 2 relays, but it's too expensive. Actually, we can do this one. Relay it like so. That ain't terrible, is it? So you get access to this sort of thing where you forge world up 12. There's one import hub. I don't know how good the free habitat is here. I'm guessing it's okay though. Over here. We get this one for 12. I kind of want to keep going. Because we get like, I think we can get quite a decent result. Like if we can get another forge world successful, which might just be this one to be honest. We're not far off. reaching that point. I could just take the 34, to be honest. What, 9 a year? I think I want the money now. Just like one more ore input will do it. And I think I have a way of getting that ore input. So now do we go over or under here? I mean, you can make water for this, but so can you. So I'll maybe go underneath here. And then the idea would be to, because you need a different source of ore. I guess we got the brain machine interface, because it's the fastest way to advance. There's also biohybrids available for us, if we wanted to. Not sure I want to though. Wave augmentation in both economic zones though might be quite good. As long as this has some other source for its robot though, right? That's sort of the thing. Well, with these, I guess it's fine. In fact, it might be great. Maybe this one even first, right? Sort of really hammer it home. Is there anything better we might want to make here? Maybe we want to make a bolt here, though. I don't think so, though, with all of the remnants available. I think we're fine the way we are. What do we need a robot here for, right? We'll just make more ore here. Get more two-way trades. Get that successful forge world as well. Yeah, it gets us some science as well. There's mineral seeding, but it's not really what I'm looking for. So something like water. Unfortunately, you're kind of in the way. But, you know, I'm seeing an opportunity to make another laboratory here out of ore. It's quite the opportunity, actually. I'll probably get the Euphorian thing with as well. No, can I do that more easily? Maybe we should solve this first. Ooh, that might not be a good solution though. For the food here. Was it sort of range? One more try then. Yeah, it's a lot of range. It's no good possibilities anymore. Well, yeah, out of range too. Well, there's this. To be honest, I don't want to be bleeding this, I think. Go ahead and get wave augmentation. It will solve it for us. In quite a easy, elegant way. Just a jungle farmer over here will do it. And you know, you can make that connection and everything's fine. In fact, if I want, I can even do this. I don't really see why not. It's actually quite good. Well, apart from the whole... apart from the whole being out of money thing, it's pretty good. So like, do we build the habitat now then, instead? Go to the end of the year, build the habitat. What can the habitat actually do for us though? I guess it'll make us some money over time, right? As a structure. It's like a couple good places for it. I think I prefer this one though. free. No, it costs an additional 10, right? So we paid 40 for it. Well, we end up with like additional incomes in various places. Also get brain machine interfaces, so I could sort of place those in places. That's a good one. To sort of try to... I don't know how to place it here though, because you know we have flexible fabrication later, which makes goods. Just quite the thing we can do here, as well as over here, over there. And flexible fabrication, if we get it, will give us the things we get. So there's economic zones available soon as well. So yeah, I guess we can sort of like go over the limit. Do I want to do that now? Like getting the Sephorian stuff up is also, you know, sort of amazing if we could. I don't know we can though. I don't see a way to do that easily. So I mean, we had a quite a stronger start here. We're doing quite well. So anyway, let's go ahead and do it sort of two-way trade then. And then I guess we scout over here. I got 37 though. And down here as well, I guess. Main problem here will be just getting enough humans, right? Do I want microforges? Man, that's a... That would be really neat, wouldn't it? Like, can I do a bunch of stuff with microforges? That's a really neat idea. I don't know. Maybe we do want it. Like, we can use it to make a bunch of tech for certain. Via all sorts of shenanigans. Anyway, let's start with a monoculture farm. Getting additional stuff for ore. And then I guess I think we'll be making use out of all this ore, right? There's so much of the stuff here. I think a science lab would be better though. For now than extreme miniaturization. If, you know, we can get access to enough water and things. Like, a water over here will get us to, if I, let's see this, right? I'll just skip for now. For the test. Can I, it's gonna be difficult, isn't it? I guess it is possible, right? Although I'm cutting off the food plant. I don't think that's a huge deal. We would be able to get 5 ore plants with that. It's kind of, you know, the craziest lab. And I'd be able to maybe even go further with microforges if I wanted to. Start with that though. I want that extra money though is the thing as well. I want a rather easier way to go for that. So I should probably take the economic zones first. Because there's quite an easy way to make lots of money there. Like I would imagine, right? Okay, I wonder if it colonizes as well. Though I can't take that particular connection yet. Oh, that one. I guess we would take the exploit here, though. And then the idea would be to sort of like connect this in such a way that we can get as many of these as possible. On this side, but that doesn't allow this one, so... Oh, is that it? That's the location. That's the one. All the ore. That one doesn't make that much money on the 3. Yeah, that does. And the beautiful part about this is that this way we get to unlock flexible fabrication somewhat earlier. And that will allow... yeah, that will allow quite a good thing to happen here, actually. Like multiple ways. If I do this right. I think we can do it right. So, yeah. We need exactly 51 credits to do it. So I should not scan at all, actually. Or 50 credits to be exact, we should need. The idea would be to use flexible fabrication. Like, remember this mission? 3 more import hubs. So if I go ahead and repurpose... oh, it takes 20. Right. That's not that good. Is there a way to do this? A little bit more money. I guess I could... I need 60. I guess we do it like this. So we take a little bit less science, right? But with the flexible fabrication, I can go ahead and gain myself 80 additional credits like that. Get an ocean to prosperous, huh? There's one here, but it doesn't have goods access yet. I don't think it ever will have it. Maybe with like those, right? But getting an ore producing to prosperous and getting 8 chips when we're, you know, maybe wanting to get some microforges in, I think we could do that. There's certainly some good areas for microforges. I don't really see. Don't really see how to get an ocean to prosperous very easily. It might just be me though. Hey, those are all pretty good missions. Go ahead and take that. there first, I would imagine. Right, okay. I don't have money left for brain machine interfaces, but I mean, we did end up at 14 science a year. Not that far into the game either, so that's okay. Not that many things to help us get more income though. Like there's nothing. Well, we have economic zones, right? So those will help, hopefully. That's the idea, at least. There's lots of humans available everywhere that I'm not using. If I could get some... what's the word? More ore? Yeah, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and put extreme miniaturization into the tech list. I think we might want it. I'm pretty likely to want it. Pretty cheap tech to advance with. And it does the missions we want to do. So if I... That's only 3 income for you. So what does this want? More successful planets to be connected with, right? So it could be this one, for example, right? Also do that. Send in more humans, right? As long as you can somehow make it successful, it's fine, but I don't really have a plan for that. It's quite easy to get it to the first stage before that. Via colony, mineral, food, like that, right? The main issue is how do we get it from there to be successful? Because we need a robot. We don't really have that many sparrows. I mean, yeah, there's some more things we can do, right? It's the beautiful part. We kind of want to try to keep below 24 for a while, if I can help it in some way, shape, or form. There's also this we can still do. It takes so much money though, right? We already got all of the money out of the races we're going to get though. So we're not going to get any more. So how can we make more money? How money make? How money is made? Well, that's one way. Just use more economic zones for things. Another way would be simply sort of like take it a little slower for now. Right, take a bit of time in order to machine interface things, for example. This one, for example, right? It's 5 income for it. Okay, like we kind of found 2 more plants as well this year. With this like ability for us, what's the one? Not export focus, but high birth rate. Colonies can become quite decent money spinners if we can somehow find use for all of the humans that it generates, which we could with the help of teleporters later, but those are very expensive. extremely expensive. But maybe worth going for. You know. So yeah. It only costs us 1 income, and I think I want those plants in the end anyway, so that's a good use of time. And then I guess a scan for the remainder pod. Yeah, I guess we can fix things this way as well. All we now need is some goods for you, but you are not getting any. Like I was hoping to maybe be able to get this one upgraded, but I guess we don't. Alright, anyway, we need like 8 of those. We're at 23 as well. So like, do we like, perhaps, I think we build a science lab for now. Out of chips. So that one wants some imports and exports. Well, I can get some. And yeah, we can use the ore and things to make more chips. Ideally we use one of those chips though. That we make. I mean, not so much just waste it straight up. One way to do it would be to make a colony up there, but that's far away. We could do so anyway, right? It's not too bad. The other one could just go here, right? And the other alternative, though, is to make the chip lab here. It's like, I'm kind of make a chip lab, right? I can do one here and into there. I can do this one and that one. Like two to it right there. And then, you know, there could be a... Yeah, this sounds good. Sounds like a better place for it. So I'll do it over here. I don't know, what are we going to do instead then? I might want to pre-construct. Go ahead and pick up extreme miniaturization. Sort of build this straight up. Just as before, right? The idea would be to sort of pre-construct these microforges. Huh. We're out of humans, actually. Huh. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, this will never get a 6th human, so... yeah, we can't really... make additional use out of this microforge, but that's fine. This one's 3. Also 3 income, right? 4. I guess I can pre-build these cheaper connections, right? Right, just get that 90 money. Sort of start building. Make a mine. It's 28. That's expensive. That's good enough, right? We just need one more chip for there for the goal at this point. And we'll have made all the chips in the world. Which is not too hard to get, actually. We'll go ahead and build that here. For now, anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and build that science lab, that final lab, the chip lab. Does that allow 5 more science like this? So we get a 5 and a 7 and another 7, and then we can upgrade this one too. Though not right now, later. This completes the task. Okay, we're at 23, we're spending 10, so it's possible to do one more machine interface somewhere. I was only making 4. I'd love to do this one as well, but we don't have the money for it. Not the machine interface, but the other option, right? What about you? I'm at 13. 16 is fine too. So then, that. Okay. Are there or aren't there loads of things we can do still? Yeah, essentially. All of it being kind of too expensive, though. Like all these techs require so much money, right? So one way would be to... It does make 6 more money. So, never realized that makes an extra person. Does that make some sense? I think it'll make a lot of sense to build another colony though. Because we can get... these sorts of connections in, as well as, you know, that doesn't seem terrible. There's also this still that need to be done. So what's that? If we get, maybe it's possible to actually. Do this a little better. We have to like go all the way back over here to where we were before. That's not a problem though, but yeah, I want to like sort of not get this thing in the way. So the idea was we built this lab first. Or maybe we don't. We wait a little bit with that. There's a thought. Sort of fix those things up first, right? That gave us lots of money. So we are past 24 anyway. No reason not to move up to 30. This was an excellent area, wasn't it? So Okay. You know, still short of perfection. If only, right? It's the slipway cost increases that are really hurting at this point. I didn't take dimensional anchoring either. Isn't there a way to get a... You'll never get there though. It's like I'm questioning if there's a way to get one of those prosperous worlds. You want one more successful partner. Is there really no way to get you another successful partner? It seems like it should be easy enough, but... No, there is. There's a way. And it's universal miniaturization again. So the way I'm looking at is we built this. And... wait, which one did I just make? This one, right? There we go. Macartech discount. There should be a way. Let's get 4 more import hubs. I don't really want to do the other ones though. I think I want to sort of like wait. I also think I want to do the science at this point. I think now that we made some money, we should be able to do it. For the final few years, right? Sort of like, I was like, yeah, maybe build this lab a little bit later, right? And there's still incentive to build it though. It's still good. Still a good idea. Just needed to be implemented a little bit later. Did not do much at all. Not really. So we shouldn't take that. It's like going to be limited teleportation available as well. I'm not sure we'll do all that much to help us. This one needs food. I mean, you could get it from over there, right? We're not looking towards like, can you fix things with either teleporters, or should I take void synthesis? Which will be able to fix you, for example, right? There's a structure, and they'll be able to. I wonder if it can. Just as a thought experiment, right? I know we're skipping here, but I wonder if you can do something silly like this. Like, oh yeah, you can absolutely do that. Okay, that's kind of cool, because if you get void synthesis together with universal, you can make everything except people out of nowhere. That's kind of neat. Okay, so let's start with that. Just fixes that, right? These are kind of cheaper than teleporters, and we can still unlock teleporters afterwards. We can also get, you know, this sort of thing. We've established 4 import hubs, which there are still some available. But yeah, we can use this sort of tech to solve things that we don't want to solve with teleporters or something else. Most notably, you know, these sort of couple plants are still lacking a resource. This one, for example. Too many connections. Second ore available here, which can't really do much. There's also one more food needed here. Oh wow, that's pretty good. We got like 12 income from that. I spent 13. That's neat. Alright, how do we do next though? Wait, hold on a second. There's a better way to do this. I don't need that void synthesizer. We can do this. It's much cheaper. We still have 3 more plants available to us, so... That was definitely a good idea. Like 8 income out of that. Alright, did something new and original. It's like limited teleportation, there's monoliths available as well. Skill facilities and other things. Yes though, go ahead and fix the things we have. So we don't have any more struggling plants. Yeah, we don't have any more struggling plants. Nice, okay. So, now what's next? We're going to sort of like make things prosperous. If we can, right? I think the most needed resource everywhere is water. There's like a lack of water in literally every plant. Now, one thing we could do is add more void synthesizers, but only in places with enough neighbors. This one has enough, right? So it could possibly just use one to fix its problem. Right, it's a generator of water. We also get one of these Aphorian techs done. If we can get all of them done, then we get additional... What's it? Additional discount on the Aphorian tech, which is neat. I don't know how to really accomplish it though. Because as it turns out, most of our sort of layout has been walled off. Although, yeah, there's one over here actually we can get easily. There we go. That's one more. And then, you know, we can fix that up with a human from there. In fact, that one sounds good too. We can get skill-up facilities. We can get a space-time inversion if I want. Although I probably want limited teleportation. There's also skill download still available, which could be good in certain spots. Like over here, maybe even more. Make even more chips. I don't really think we want more than that. We could also make more bolts here if we had ore. In fact, I can make unlimited science. I have unlimited power. Funny, isn't that? No, that's any good idea, right? But it's funky, right? You can this one, right? But yeah, it's like sort of a fancy way to make as much science as you want, but we don't need any more specifically, but it's interesting, right? I don't want to waste all that money though. What I really want to do is, I think, is the foreign mission, so we get some discount on the science element. That's number 3. Get a two-way trade like that. And I guess I want to do this food like that. So I got one more. Oh, this one. Can we like fit this? This might be a little bit of a naggle to fit. Like, these things are a bit too fat, but maybe we'll manage it. Like, we can like send in a ore into a microforge, and then the idea is to fit another microforge below there, as well as a teleporter in there somehow. So you have to sort of scooch it into the corner. And then, you know, there's enough room below here. This unlocks the task, which gives us our discount for limited teleportation. And then it wants us to make 5 more import hubs. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing anyway, right? But can we get 5 more? I think we can. We definitely can do that, but it's like, don't I have something better to do, right? Possibly not, so it's fine. So the idea here to finish this whole mess up off would be to build a teleporter, right, connect it to the food. Suddenly, right, successful, prosperous, and this one is also done. And then build another microforge in here. Set that to build a tech fab. And we can sort of connect that to 3 different things. And now we have an unemployment problem. There's always something here, isn't it? But that's not the worst thing in the world, though, because that can be used to send people to places, and that can be used to make prosperous things, right? For example, all you need is an additional person out somewhere. So, for example, what we really would love to do is send those to worlds that don't have enough connected things. So this, for example, right, will need 3 connected things to it. Well, it only has 1. The same goes for you. You also want an additional successful partner, which, you know, you're being obstructed. Although that'll do. Let's keep things simple, right? That'll do. So it's like, how can I make more things prosperous, right? So like, you want 2 more successful partners. Well, one of which is going to be this one, right? In fact, if I take skill download, we can do that immediately. We can get skill up facilities here, which gives us an additional ore, which we can use to make a good. Is there a way to... Not really, we'll just make a good. Which then causes this to make more humans. We have an unemployment problem. A minor one, but we have one. What we need to do is find more jobs. You know, it would be nice, some ascension gates. Send all those humans just away into the void. Anyway, we don't have those, so But I think of something else. So what can we do in the final year? Well, we can go ahead and build a bunch of teleporters. Each one of those costs 3 months to build and costs 50 credits. So we have enough money with like 220 to do like 3. So we can also still do probably a void synthesizer plus 3 teleporters. So where is a void synthesizer going to go? Over here, I think, because you already have 3 partners, so you don't necessarily need more. Also, that might be tricky to connect, but I think I'm gonna try it. For the hell of it. Because we can. Can't connect to this side. Needs to be up a little further. No. No, it's doable. 2-way trades. Late game 2-way trade. The idea would be to use up the humans, right? To make ore with and stuff. Using up the humans is a good idea. Try to make prosperous plants. So this one here who really wants a human from somewhere. You want to give it a human? Yeah, you do. This one also wants to give away a human as well as get connected to something else as well. This would be a good example. Yeah, actually that would be a very good example. Let's go ahead and teleport that in there. This is the heavy structure run. Alright. We've only got 50 money left though, so all we can do is one more yeah, we have some options. I mean, we can give you the export you want, right? But we can't give you more connected successful plants easily. And we can quite easily make one more successful plant. It's just that there's no more money and things in to be had. Also, we need to do this mission still. Right. Am I like one short? Looks like we are. So I'm like, I have not quite enough money to finish everything. Is that like no plant with 2 inputs already that could just use a void synthesizer? Because that would just be the end of the mission. Or we do this. That actually gives us another empire size. Although we do have... No, we just have high birth rate. So, and I know we have export focus. Okay, so we don't have... We won't get more points for an empire size, is the thing. But I think the best thing to do would be to get this mission done. So the best way to do that... Also, we're suffering from mostly unemployment, actually. Unemployment. I never... Like, we build lots of structures this run. It's kind of cool, though. There's, like, structures everywhere. Yeah, this one can make goods and send it, right? You know what the problem is with it? It hasn't got enough partners. The problem with building all these structures as your partners is they don't count as planets. So planets have a hard time getting to prosperous. Here too, right? It only has established partners. So we could make this connection, but it wouldn't do anything. Right? If I do this, well, it makes us some money, but you know, there's no more value in money. It sends the game. This doesn't do anything. Well, it does a thing, but it doesn't give us more points, right? I think the strongest thing we could do with regards to score is to just mine this up. And that completes the mission. The score ends up not being that high again, but this was interesting. Because I fancy, right? I call it the shenanigans run. Not the most amazing score, but I think it was kind of a bunch of neat tricks being employed to sort of get where we got in the end. I guess the thing that was missing here was again like not enough income, right? It's almost never enough, right? I guess how would you get even more than this, right? Well, more tech, right? Maybe more brain-machine interfaces earlier or something. Because, you know, they've gotten 30,000 scores before, but I think that's it for today. 140.70 with the early game quantum sensors helped quite a lot in the end, right? They end up saving you about a year worth of time. I guess we just paid too much Slipways again, right? I don't know, the wave augmentation I think was fine. It helped. The economic zones was like also sleeper, really good. And then yeah, if I had known about the extreme miniaturization, of course I would have maybe built in a little bit different way. But that came out of nowhere. It's like, oh, you get microforges. Oh well, yeah, maybe we'll use those. But you know, without knowing that you're going to use them. It can be a little bit more tricky to void synthesis, the second time we used it. Into teleporters. And then finally skill download. Which got used I think like once. But that's good enough. Right. Like the thing you really which would make a run like this really tick would probably be something like more income earlier, right? Something like sleep replacement or something. Or making better use out of geology, right? Some other kind of perk perhaps, right? Although geology wasn't too bad, right? I don't know how well we made use out of experimental tech, right? It's like if we look at where the two relays are, again, we got this connection up as well as this one here. Because they were fine, but you know, maybe there was a better spot for it. Like going around the corner somewhere. Anyway, GG. That's it for today. Yeah, we could have gone lower slipway costs, right? It's like tier 2 tech, right? Instead we got economic zones, which also makes money. Wave augmentation was kind of needed to fix a planet up in the right corner here. Some kind of food plant, I believe. What did I do with it? I made like a long connection here. And, oh yeah, this here in the corner, right? Like it made this work. And then because we took flexible fab and then miniaturization, we couldn't take the slipway thing. Oh, we built a bunch of microforges everywhere, so I think it paid off. Yeah, GG.